All right, all right, all right, all right. I am here. All right, all right, all right, all right. Happy Motivational Monday. It is me, Dr. Chef Alicia Ann Hill. I am glad to make it to this Monday. I am going to wait to give it for you all time to tune in. I had to make sure that I got in good. Y'all know how it is with these computers. It's a Monday, but it's still Motivational Monday with me, Dr. Chef Alicia Ann. So I pray y'all done had a good weekend. I did. Can't y'all tell? I know y'all think I just smile just to be smiling, even though it is therapeutic to smile, to think of something to smile about. So I'm gonna give a few people time enough to tune in because I was starting at least 10 minutes behind. I had to set it up, y'all. I am so happy I set this up myself. Yes, I did it, y'all. I did it. I did it. Did it. And so there goes. We're going to give our Facebook people a little bit time enough to chime in. I don't know why Facebook does a whole lot. I hope that they have mercy on you all and let me do. Other than that, you all, if it's going to glitch like that, I am going to have to tune back into my Instagram people. I don't have that three-way system. And so I'm going to give a few people time enough to tune in so that you also give them enough time because 12:30 was the time I wanted to aim for noon, but that was not happening because I had to do a transportation. And so I'm just happy to be here and alive and well. I pray that you all are too. And there it go. It's glitching again. Yeah, I might not be able to do this Facebook thing because Facebook is doing this thing. When you all tune in, please let me know that you're in so I know that everything is going okay on my end. So thank you so much, whoever it is. Let me know who you are if that's okay with you, because I know that I don't have a phobia or a worry about who tunes in and who doesn't, because it's kind of what you get when you sign up for being on social media. You know, everybody had a right to tune in how they like it. And they have their own personal rights to say hi if they want. They have their own personal rights to say who you are if you like, if you want. You ain't gonna be able to figure out everybody. It's social media. Now look, your day will go a whole lot more smoother. I promise you. If you're not worried about who all seeing you, if that is the case, then I don't think I'll be on here at all. There we go. We got somebody here on Facebook, and I see y'all. My apologies. Facebook is doing it. I'm doing my best to stick with it because we do got Instagram followers, and I'm doing Facebook because more seem to tune in on the Facebook, and that helps me to directly get to my family and close friends. However, YouTube, you all transfer over to YouTube if you can to the Dr. Chef Felicia Ann Wellness channel. That would be great. Hey, that bro, good to see you. Good to see you. In out, but I'm here. Okay, that's good to know. It's good to know. I just wanted to make sure that I was tuned, that I'm tuned in correctly because I know mine's uploaded a little bit late. I was on it though, y'all. I was on it. I was on it. And so I'm just glad, and I'm seeing still once again, I'm seeing Facebook in and out, in and out. That's why I recommend you all, if YouTube's not too much, you do not have to pay. So maybe put that in there for them right fast. YouTube, go to Dr. Chef Felicia Ann. If you have any questions, so I'll wait, as I'm gonna wait to give people a little bit of time to come in, because I know this is it's still I'm approaching. I'm getting used to this noon time, y'all. See, it's still it wouldn't even let me put it in their form. It's just doing this thing, all that look around. Hey, that's good to see you. Mwah, mwah. Good to see you all. Tell me, how y'all weekend? I mean, how was the weekend? Mine was refreshing. Mine was refreshing. I did some therapeutic things. Hey there, Shanita. It's good to see you. Good to see you all. Yeah, I'm getting ready for this month, y'all. This is a big month. This is a huge month. This is a very emotional month too, and but it's good. It's good. It's good as long as you know how to channel it right. For me, it is. My two firstborns. son and daughter was born on in this month. I got my son's birthday coming up on the 6th. And then, of course, those you all that tune in, you know, Najee's birthday was on the 17th of September. And so I'm prepping myself, y'all. This is the motivational part where it kicks in for y'all. I can't wait till that set time come. I have to prep myself in advance because I'm a mommy. At the end of the day, you don't stop being a mother. And so I was like, Lord, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? This will be Mark Najee's first birthday without her being physically here, even though she's here in with me in my DNA, in my spirit. And I was just talking to my sister. I'm giving different ones a little time. Hey there, Sister Sandra. Good to see you all. If anyone doesn't want their name called out, please let me know. I still like to respect people's wishes because you just never know. We're on the web, y'all. You all have to. I think it's our responsibility to be mindful and just be thankful that anyone chooses to tune in to hear you or see you, because you can choose to go anywhere else that you choose to like. Um, and so surely we don't tune in here not to speak to anybody, you know. So there you go. Y'all know what that means when my country start coming out. That's my grandmama in me coming out. To be mindful. Hey there, Sister Candy. Good to see you. It's so good to see y'all. I miss y'all. I really do. I really do. I don't get all subscribed. Hey there, brother Jonathan. Oh my God. When y'all come to St. Louis, I got to put y'all on. Y'all a bunch of mushroom lovers. I've been meaning to, y'all know me, I'm big on giving shouts out for people with business. Brother Jonathan Nix, this guy, you guys go over to his page. He's loads and tons of mushrooms. Anything you want to learn about mushrooms, shrooms, and how to cook them, how to do your thing with them, you all got to tune in to that brother right there. He catered one about a year ago for us, and I mean, he went to mushroom heaven. Now, I can't do it much because it's just something about them being the fungal fruit that doesn't resonate with me. I can't do a lot of them at all. Um, and you know, we got a lot of health people that say, "Oh no, it's not good. It's not good." I do know that some of them have their medicinal purposes, but that brother, if you guys tune in to Jonathan Nix III, he most definitely can tell you everything that you need to know about the mushrooms, show you how to cook them, do whatever you got to do. Now, I got to put that out there because I get asked that question all the time, and I'm not the one that masters the chefing in mushrooms, even though I know how to cook them. I do. And no, I'm not going in with it being hot, knowing the pandemonic is coming through. I am still promoting the fruits and the vegetations, you all. But I'm saying also that if you're still struggling with your meats, then that still would be a better go-to than for those you all that are texture people and you want to be able to have something to chew on that won't kill you or that won't constipate you, then you can go the mushroom route. I know a lot of people that are living just fine and well with them. However, and there are those who can't. I mean, we even got those out there that's saying that it's not biblical. And once again, I don't prescribe to fights and arguments and disagreements about anything. You choose to do what you want to do, and you take that up with the Most High. That's how I tell people, because my arms are too short to box with God, and I ain't got time to be arguing with nobody about whether or not you like shrooms or not, or whether or not it's medicinal and it's super healthy or not, because there's 100,000 different types of fruits and vegetations that you can eat. So why argue about one? That's just my take on it. Now we getting all off of the shrimps and all this other little deadly cockroach stuff. Then now and the pork. Then yeah, I got you on that one because see, we got the scientific proof of the harm and the danger that does to our people's bodies. Okay, over a period of time. See, I can go there with you, and guess what? I'm still not gonna argue about it because that is you all's right. So that is what I'm going to start off with Motivational Monday, and it just came to mind because I saw the brother tune in. And so how y'all been? Tell me, talk to me a little bit before I start. I'm gonna do a little short prayer, and I'm just thankful. Y'all know it's hot again here. It rained. This is the Labor Day weekend. What y'all be doing? I know my thing was lemons. Y'all look at these little. Y'all see the little cute little. I ain't never done no fruits before, but I'm doing today. I had to get it. Shouts out to Shalicia here in St. Louis. I went to an alopecia fashion show. I was invited from some beautiful sisters. Boutique for You here on Washington Street here in St. Louis. They treated me so with so much tender love and care, and I just wanted to give a shout out to those very mature, beautiful soul sisters. Y'all gotta get down when y'all come down there to St. Louis, Missouri. Go down there on Washington Street. Everything is there. They got their boutique. It's six black sisters. They got their boutiques all lined up, and I'm just one that when God blessed me to be able to bless somebody else, I like to give back. And so I didn't even need much, but they treated me with so much love. One of them recognized who I was, and I was like, "Yeah, it's me." And they took me home because I had parked around. Well, they took me to my parking spot because I was parked in the little ways, and since I stayed a little bit later when it started getting a little dark, because I was just looking in. I'm just going in just to get a little jacket so I can cover up because I had on one of them little sundresses. And so I gotta give a shout out to those ladies. I mean, they did their thing. Um, Everybody, yes, I'm big on us making sure that we don't celebrate, not get too caught up with celebrating us not being healthy or not having anything. However, I do at the same time believe that it's good that if it's something that your body is ailing or lacking in, that you don't allow stress and depression to take you over either, because it can make your condition most definitely worse. Stress is one of the number one silent killers. Anyone trying to get around the stress factor, I say you got a lot of learning to do. You got a lot of learning to do, but you can't get around it. It will enhance and make any situation worse than what it is originally. And so I had to give a shout out for them because they did that thing. They had all the fashion now. Everything I couldn't wear now, y'all. But the modest stuff that was sleek and fly and all that, I was with that. They did their thing, y'all. So y'all might want to look them up. Now, I'm gonna try to see if I even got. I think they have a little sip and go thing. I'm gonna start announcing more of events that our people are having. We are going to have a taste of St. Louis. I'm sure Jonathan Nix, he'll probably be there. They YOLO is their um, 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 is the name of their business. They catered for us one time, and I mean everything was tasty, delicious, and it's hard to get me because I don't. That was my first time having anyone a chef. It's different. It's difficult when you are a chef and you are a cook. As you all know, it's just like doing hair. It's hard to let somebody else do your hair when you know how to do it. And in saying when you know how to be healthy, it's difficult for us if you tell the truth and go to heaven, or be at peace in the mind. If we just keep it 1,000, it's hard. It's challenging when you are good at something to ask or to have someone else to do it for you if you feel like you have the ability to do it. Me, I learned how to get out of that because one, it gives back, it helps others with their businesses. Two, it's just good to network together and to be support one to another, so that you can personally say, "Hey, I know about their such a hey, that's pretty good." Now that being said, just note that okay, I see the ones already on surprised. Hey, T, good to see you. Good to see you. No, you're not late. I just told them about 5 minutes ago. I look, y'all. I uploaded this myself. I'm going to show you how motivated I was on this Monday. To show you how motivated I was on this Monday, Sister Sybil, you all might want to transfer over to YouTube for free. Dr. Chef Felicia Ann Wellness Channel is what you want to put in, because I see how much Facebook is glitching, and that's how they do. But it's good to see you all. Appreciate it. Love the hearts. Love the hearts. Love the hearts. Yeah, yep. I'm all sentimental like that. Even though I'm tough when I gotta be, when I'm forced to be, but I'm firm. I say I'm firm when I need to be. It takes a lot to get me there, but nevertheless, I get there. But the hearts, I have to put it out there. It's amazing how your spirit transfer over to your children, because I remember as a little girl, I used to draw hearts. And I'm just chitting chatting it up just to give a few more people time enough to come in, y'all, because I know, sorry, about 10 minutes behind, I was getting in there. But I used to draw hearts from the age of 3 all the way up until probably when I was a teenager. I just had a fixation with drawing hearts. and to show you what was in my spirit, I just drew hearts. And I perfected them and just all different type of designs of hearts. And my mother would look up and she was like, "You just got a whole paper full of hearts." And then here it is, some 24 going on 25 years later. I had my daughter, the Asian niece, and she turned out and she started. I know it's her first thing that she started drawing was hearts. Hearts. I said, "Oh, look at that pooty. She gonna grow to be a little lover." So something that say, look, just put that out there, be a little lighthearted, get you all, do the little musa, because I know how these Mondays get, y'all. I know how the mundanes get. Okay. And so, look, I'm going to say a short prayer because I think we got enough people in the chat. I don't have to have 100 people to get started. Come on, y'all. Y'all know most time when you talk, you're only talking to one person anyway. So why you get on social media and think this because it's a whole bunch of crowd of people and they got a million billion different types of people, things to go look at. I can't get myself all stressed out about stuff like that. That ain't healthy. It's not healthy, y'all. It's not healthy. And so preferably that'll help anybody else that got their YouTubes, the channels going up and that's on the social media that's allowing their mind to get stressed out. Remember, this is Motivational Monday. I'm gonna hit on everything that gets this and that starts to just kill your spirit, that just make you feel like I can't do this no more. Ain't nobody trying to support me. Ain't nobody trying to help me. I'm here to douse all over that. And because it's so, all of it matters when it comes down to how well we take care of our bodies. You have to take care of the mind first. I told you, I'm always going to go that mind. And look, I got this forehead for a reason. There's a brain up in there. You got yours for a reason. There's a brain in there. And it's the critical thinker. And if you're not want to think much, then that means you have to be motivated by those who are thinkers. And I like to think as healthy as possible, without without getting distracted with a lot of negativity, none whatsoever. And I am a firm believer, and I know it to be 1000% true, that what you put out there is what you will get back. And even if you do get back something that's negative, I'm a firm believer still that love conquers all. The test is that when you're the one that have to give the love and somebody's fighting up against you. All right, now, I'm not going to say that I've always won that battle. I've lost it with a couple of them, but I won it with most. And I know, look, I give all that praise to God. I give it right back to the Most High, because without him, I wouldn't be able to be here before you all feeling motivated. Not in this month, not in the month that my daughter would be her first birthday without her being here with us. Not and my son. He's not here in town either. And I love him dearly. I put him on a reel and that just took off. And thousands of people looking at the reel with my son, Kenneth, kissing Najee. And I wasn't even expecting that to happen. I think I even did it by accident because I didn't even understand how to do the little real stuff. Real, REEL. You go in there, you see him kneeling over in the car kissing Najee. And she turned around looking at him, and then she bring her jaw out so he can kiss her again. And people, that just went viral. People just think that's just so cute, which I did, and I'm in the background just a geeky. I'm laughing it up because that's how close the two of them was, being September babies. And so it's things like that, we all have to get to a place in order to get motivated, even in the times when you're dealing with anniversaries, loss of loved ones, things that just didn't turn out the way you thought that they would, or the way you tried to make it turn out. You literally have to train your brain to think it's something good. This is how I do it. A lot of people like to put it on the Holy Spirit, or because I'm a good person, or because I love everybody. You can, whatever works for you. For me, it is a mental thing. It's a mind thing. And yes, upbringing and being trained to whatever you do, think on these things. Philippians, there's a scripture that says, whatever you do, think on these things. Whatsoever thing is pure, whatsoever thing is kind, whatsoever thing is loving, think on these things which was in Christ Jesus, is what it says. And so I I engulfed that in my youth, in my younger days. And I can honestly say those things come back to mind, and they are very helpful. Very helpful. So hey, if for those of y'all that's having a struggle, I had to deal with a client slash member that I've known for practically all my life, and they were struggling. They were struggling. And I hadn't had one of those in a little while. Um, yeah, it haven't been one recently, because I think when most people speak to me, they already know what it's going to be that know of me. But this time, it didn't happen yesterday. The sister, she's like, I want to take myself out of here. I want to kill myself, is what she says. She said, I can't take it. She was honest, y'all. She said, I can't take it. I can't take it. She was sick in her body. She's been ailing in her body for years. And she said, it's just hard. She said, I know what you do. This is what she said. She said, I know what you do would work. She said, but it's just so hard. It's just so hard. It's so hard. It's just so hard. It's just so hard. And I looked at her. I'm looking at her face to face, because I was at a meeting place, y'all, where I had to go to take care of some business. And I was like, so I'm watching the elder speak to her. And then, of course, I got pulled in the conversation, and she just broke down. And I thought about it. I was like, wow, I was having a good day. And then when I looked at her, and I looked at her demeanor, and I thought about, because I knew some of her story. I most definitely knew enough of her story to know why she was saying what she was saying. But I knew that the bulk of it was that she wanted to be completely, totally off of all of her meds. And she missed her mother. Her mother passed on as well. And I knew how that felt. And this is what we mean by where motivation comes from. You all, sometimes you're just not going to know it. You're not going to know when those moments happen. You'll find out when it's in you. And that's the reason why we say always get the good scripture. Those of y'all that's believers, get some good scriptures. Find out. Today you can Google anything to help motivate you, and say motivational scriptures, motivational sayings, motivational quotes. You don't think so little of the words. There's power in words. Think about it. Our minds have been, for the most part, programmed, especially as melanated people, have been programmed to think negative. And even for others, they've been programmed when you come from very toxic, negative backgrounds. I get it. It's hard. It can get challenging. But my goodness, look at where we are now. You're able to see me, and I'm saying that I grew up around some of that. I just gravitated more to where I saw the support, and that was good. So you have to care enough about yourself to aim for that's positive, that's more positive. And no, we can't do away with all of the negative. But just like the plug goes into the socket, you need that energy. And we see that as negative. If you get too much of a surge of energy, it can shock you, right? It can take you out of here. And that's what happens. We got to know where to plug into. All of us know somebody in your life, or got some channel that you can tune into, whether it's mine or someone else's, that has something positive, that gives off a really good spirit, that helps balance out and calm and eases your mind when you're feeling down and out and depressed. When you're feeling like, you know what, I just can't go on out another day. I told you, here go my testimony. I tried it. When my daughter transitioned on, when Najee left here, December 13th of last year, I laid there. I said, Father, can you imagine? I'm helping to save all these other lives. And the first thing you think, I already went through it with my mother in 21, and then my first cousins in between that time. Mind you, everybody is away from me, but it hit differently when it's something that comes from a part of you. It don't get no closer than mama and child, especially your firstborn. And so I'm somewhere, and I pray that this helps somebody. I really do. I pray that this helps somebody. And I'm like, oh God. And so I just wanted to just lay there in the bed. And mind you, I'd already prepped my mind and say, I give myself 24 hours to throw a pity party. Now that's mine. Now that's mine. You can try it if you like. and I'm gonna throw it away from everybody else. I'm not finna go and put it on nobody else because somebody else may not be able to handle it. I know for a fact that the people around me could not handle it because they're used to me being the strong one, me being the happy one, me being the positive one, even in the midst of losing my daughter, even in the midst of losing my mom. And so I realized this as this is happening. And I'm telling you, I laid there and I was like, I wanted to gather all of the beautiful pictures because one of my children were at the place where they wanted me to be able to save their sister. And I understood it. I understood. And I had to let that child just vent, just get it out, just get it out of her system. Mind you, we're fine today. She's loving on her mama real good. and mama loves don't go nowhere. This one don't go nowhere because it came from my mama and my mama's came from my mama. You see how they go? And so I'm obligated. It's no more than my reasonable service to give that back. And so with that being said, I'm laying on the bed and I'm like, oh, Father, I said, ooh, just take it. Oh, just take it now. How am I going to face the world? I'm telling all this health and wellness and my baby is gone. I'm like, oh Lord, that's my angel. That's the one that like to dress up like me. I could do whatever with her. She eat the fruits and vegetables. Ain't no problem with her. She wanted about the most I had to do was to stop her from eating so much. But that was about it. That I say that's my ride to live chick. We go and roll and we drive and we do everything. You know, the firstborn, just like I was with my mom. And I'm like, and like my mom was with her mom. And so I'm carrying on this family tradition. And so in my mind, I'm like, this is, even though I know I got other children, and at the time I had my step-up love sons, and I'm like, oh, my Father, I cannot, what good am I going to be? This is going to haunt me for the rest of my life. And I said, okay, how about you take me too? Because I'm thinking she's younger, so she needs a little bit more time. And all I could hear is that I'm not done with you. I showed you the time frame. I gave you the time frame. Now I don't know how the Most High, but some of y'all say the universe. Some of y'all say Buddha. Y'all say a whole bunch of things that resonate with different ones in their spiritual mind. But in mine, it was God. And it was considered the Holy Spirit just speaking to me, saying, I'm not done with you. I gave you the time that you was going to have with your daughter. You didn't want to hear me. I even sent your mother in your dreams. I even sent her while you was awake. And I told you that her time was nigh. And I'm like, and while I'm laying there, y'all, I'm ready to go. I said, okay, just one last breath. I said, I just want to take one last breath, Lord. Just take me, just take it. I can laugh about it now, y'all, but at the time I was so serious. I got all the good pictures laid out around the bed. I said, and then I said, okay, so now you want to devastate your husband at the time, and you want to devastate your daughter, your baby girl, and your stepsons, and have them come to find you now in the bed. Then I say, that's how, when we talk about common sense, that's what I mean by whatever you put out there, it comes back to you. And so while I'm trying to go into my mode of just take me, Lord, he's showing me just how selfish that is. He's showing me, I hope that I'm talking to somebody. Like and share. I'm just thinking to myself, now that's a double whammy. And for my family, that's a triple, because mama gone, now I'm the firstborn daughter, and then now me too. And I said, oh my goodness. And so he said, okay, now take your deep breath and get on up, because I ain't finished with you. I don't know how God speaks to y'all, but I know how he spoke to me. He gave it to me just the way I'm giving it to y'all. And I'm like, I got up, and I got up in like a little bit of a pout. I did. I'm not going to lie. I turned into a little toddler. You know how toddlers get upset when they can't get their dessert real fast, or when they want that toy to play with, or they ready to go outside right away, and mama's giving the set time that you can't go, or that it's bath time and they still want to play. Like that. And I got up and I looked up to, I'm like, really? I can't even keep a suicide mind for past an hour? You got me like that, Lord? You got me like that? Yes, he can have you like that. But you got to be wanted. You got to want to be had like that. Okay, y'all, we in Motivational Monday. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know this comes natural for me because this is what I've been created to do. And I'm sharing y'all with my testimony because I know that it's going to help somebody. I pray that it's going to help somebody. I hope that it is. To not to have a suicide mind, not to give up. And so I get up and I jumped off the bed and I'm like, shoot, I can't even have a suicide mind. I can't even just say, Lord, take my down last breath because I'm doing the pity party about my baby not being here. And I'm like, really? I'm like, that worked for everybody else. Why come it don't work for me? When you know what you have chosen to do, you all, this is when you find out that you don't control nothing. You don't run nothing when it comes down to life and death. Yes, he allowed us to not to be destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Destroyed. The key word was destroyed. It didn't say nothing about whether or not he's going to allow you to take your last breath or not. It's safe to say it's millions of cases where people thought they was jumping off of a building and all they did was rise up handicapped. I know of many of cases where people went to blow off their brains and that bullet got lodged in the back of their head and they still got to continue on doing what God has chosen them to do. I know many of people that said I was going to kill myself 10, 20 times over. It's their regular conversation and they still here. I told you, I had a family member, and I could call out names because as y'all know, I come from a very huge one, so I can say this. And that was their theme song. We could have made a suicide song. That's how much they just kept rising up every day saying, I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to die. I'm ready to get out of here. Of course, there was some mental issues going on there, spiritual issues. And finally, after I got tired of getting a phone call for this happened for almost 30 years straight in my life, I was like, oh my God. And if it wasn't in my ear, it was in my face. And I was like, oh God, what? Give me what to say. See, I asked the question, didn't I not? So when it was my time to come back around, I'm still there. What you put out is what you get back. What you put out there in that universe, what you put out here, y'all, is what you get back mostly. Because your love got to be tried. Your temperament has to be tried. And that's the part that we don't like. Your patience got to be tried. Even when you get down to eating right, it's got to be tried. Because it seems like it's only when we feel that we conquered something do we appreciate it more. You appreciate your job, your work that you do more when you have to do it. When somebody else is doing it, it seems like to me, I don't know about y'all, but it seems like to me that we become creatures that get too comfortable with taking people for granted when they're just doing it just easy breezy and out of love. And look, I know what I'm talking about. I've been one that's been taken for granted. And I've learned how to be easy breezy and breeze right on up out of their face. I learned how to ask God, remove them ASAP. So I can continue on my journey and doing what it is that I need to do for your glory. My ultimate goal is, and it is a famous saying in the church world, it's the same famous saying, well done, my good and faithful servant. We don't like the word servant because we done got caught up in being called kings and queens. Well, guess what? Even the king and queen have servants that teach them how to be servants in their own way. It's a tedious job, y'all. Look it up. Just Google it one day. You can still find it in Google. All of the many tasks that they have to teach. And that's humbling experience that have to be told something even into adulthood. It's a humbling thing. So just imagine now we're talking about food. Motivational money for my health. You mean tell me I can't eat no strawberries today? I need to eat cherries. We get frustrated. We get tired. Back to the young lady. That was feeling suicidal, and it made me think about the time when I had just had the thought that I could just lay there and just die. And God said, "No, I'm not finished with you. I told you, remember, you put it out there. You give yourself 24 hours for a pity party, for something that's dramatic, something that's considered a crisis." And that's all I gave myself, y'all. And I know it don't seem like a lot. We got people, and I was in, y'all know, I was in a relationship. I was in the whole marriage where they could take 30-day trips, try to take a 90 or 60-day trip. I didn't have that leisure. I couldn't do that because the work was most definitely more internal in me. It didn't mean that it was less. It was more multiple for me. I don't just have to come here before you to speak a few times out the week. I have multiple things that I do that helps, because it's no good to be godly and be no earthly good. There's a scripture that says again, whatever you loose on earth, you bind in heaven. It's loosed in heaven. Whatever you loose on earth is loosed in heaven. Meaning that whatever it's for those y'all say, "Oh, well, I don't believe in heaven." Well, the peace, the time that there will be peace on this earth. Maybe that's your heaven. That's what some of my brothers and sisters that who is they believe that the peace is on here on earth. Y'all know the ones come knocking on the door real faithfully. Help me out. Not the 7-day Adventists, the Mormons. What's the other ones that I had to think of their names? We'll show you that I'm not one. But I just know that I grew up hearing them say that a lot, that they believe in peace on earth. Jehovah Witness. There you go. Thank you, Sister Candy. Jehovah Witness. They believe that the heaven is here on earth. And there is places that are very, thank you all. Y'all get y'all on it. And they believe that peace here, there's peace here on earth. And I get it. I did my little history and homework on how it started about. And I have a beautiful relationship as a human being with some of them. However, we don't force what our belief system is on one another. However, we understand, our praises be to God, we understand that how you treat one another is what's most important. Because now that I practice and what I do, and now I'm living the life that I live and how to help, and now when they need help in the health and wellness field, they come to me. I'm not finna go banging them upside their head about being a Jehovah Witness. I'm not finna, and I'm surely not gonna do it to my Muslim brothers and sisters, because they were some of the first to start the movement since the early 1900s, that brought forth a major awareness of how we need, especially people in the inner city and melanated Black folks, needed to take more better health and care of themselves. The Eat to Live book is one of them by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And so what I've learned is that because we can't put God in a box no more, than you can see what's all going on in the world, and you can't say you know what's going on fully in China because you don't live in China. You got to hear that from a Chinaman. You can't say what's going on in Puerto Rico because you're not in Puerto Rico. You don't know. You got to hear from somebody that's from Puerto Rico. You can't hear what's going on in South Africa because you're not in South Africa. You got to get it from somebody in South Africa. So why is it when it comes down to what you believe in that's helping to motivate you and keep your spirit right and keep you with a healthy mind, why do we challenge each other? It's just a question. You ain't got to answer it. Y'all, let's think. Let's think. It's mind games. And it's the mind games, which is what we call Satan. It's the great trickster. We see all these things in the commercials. We tune in to all these different things on these websites, some of us. And then, oh my goodness, don't realize that your brain is like a sponge. And then we got the music, or may I call it the music, out now that is not as therapeutic as it used to be. And I've even gotten questions about the hip hop. What Dr. Show would think about hip hop, which I don't know where y'all coming up with this stuff. I've already shared that many a times. Maybe some of the newcomers that tune in don't know. I come from a background of musicians, artists, producers. My mother sang; she wrote songs. My auntie that I just went and visited her in Charlotte, she's produced songs and write songs and wrote and traveled around the world with a lot of famous people. And so I've learned once again, even in the midst of music, hip hop, jazz, gospel, all that classical music, rock, all that, I've learned how to still once again look at the history behind everything and learn how to take in what's good and do away with that's bad. And so the music don't have no more control over you than what you allow. It comes from us, y'all. It comes from us. And I dare to talk about an artist and I don't know your personal life. So that's my response to different ones that's texting and asking me what do I think about it. I don't know where they came from. I don't know where it came from, but I got to put that out there because I know they're tuning in. If not now, then they'll tune in later. That's my thought about that. And yes, there are certain music that that has you elevated to another level. It's supposed to be something that's healing for the soul, according to the scriptures and according to science. It's known to help heal the body, especially music that's played with original instruments that's been known for healing all parts of the nervous system. And as the scripture says, it soothes the savage beast. So when you're angry, when you're enraged, I heard a bishop say one time, I ain't never seen nobody sing and dance and be angry at the same time. Try it. I like to see you be crazy enough to try it. So there's some therapeuticness in gospel, motivational music, and I'll even say in some forms of hip hop. Y'all gone with your bad self. I say the hip hop, hip. Don't stop. Bang, bang. Look at it. Yeah, I say pray for Sis Felicia and hey. I promise you, y'all, hey, I tell people all the time, y'all gonna have fun trying to get me all caught up. Can't get caught up in the nonsense. Y'all can't get caught up in the nonsense. And you can't be so holy till you know earthly good. I got young people that I got to meet through hip hop. I got young youth that I have to teach and have to counsel. I got some lies that I have to say, so I can't allow myself to get caught up in everybody's negative opinions about something, especially if I realize that you don't know the origin of anything, especially if I know that this is what the adversary is trying to use to take our people out. Y'all think about it. He used music, food, and sex. Our job is to find the best of the best out of all of those artistic things, out of all of those healthy things that God originally created for our good, not for our bad. I think what happened is that, especially for our Christian people, let's go that route. Because Satan was the so-called Lucifer, was seen the story of Lucifer being told over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and how he took a third of the angels with him. For those of you all that believe in it, that just messed up people's minds. So now anytime we hear anything that don't say Jesus, anytime we hear anything that don't say Jehovah Jireh, you're my provider, whatever, we just go crazy in the head. But then the scriptures say that he's not the author of confusion. I get that look like my daughter gives them. Did it not say that he's not the author of confusion? What you confused about? Words are words. You add melody to it. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. If I get on here and I sing some Pharrell, cause I'm happy, and I'm sitting to do, cause I'm happy. Come on, y'all. We're thinking about the wrong stuff. Let me motivate your mind to think about what's healthy. This is the reason. This is how you know that you ain't detoxified yourself enough. This is how you know you've been overly religious, to where once again you're so godly, you're no earthly good. Yes, I have to say it, y'all. You ain't focused on your health and wellness, focusing on all this other stuff. And I sure ain't finna do it for social media ratings. Not gonna do it because now it becomes unauthentic. I'm not going to do it, you all. So for those who all ask the questions and say that Dr. Shell talk on this, talk on that, that's fine. I don't mind. I'll give you a little chat on it so that you can, whatever perplexes the mind. I'm good with friend of mine. I believe solely, wholeheartedly in who the sun set free. It's free indeed. Look at that, the sun. Meaning the nutrient of vitamin D helps to penetrate through the body. Look how I collaborate this in together. It'll help your brain think right. It'll balance out what's good from that's bad. My thought still goes right back to my foundation of the scriptures that the scripture said, let the sinner be the sinner. If it says let the sinner be the sinner, then let him be the sinner. Our job is to be the light of the earth. Your job as a leader, as an evangelist, as a prophet, as a seer, as a watchman, as a minister, as a missionary, as a mom, as a dad, anything that's set towards leadership, what your job is to be a good example. We're not placed here to be slave masters, to force anybody to do anything. All you can do is be an example. We've seen this work. Now I'm going to go there. We've seen this work with Elijah Muhammad. Very meek and humble man. From what I hear from my elders that come up in there, no, not perfect. No, I wouldn't say that is without sin. I don't know no man that's without that. And I don't know no woman that's either. But they said he had a meek spirit. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Not that those who's faking it to make it. Not that those that every time you look up, you ready to chop off somebody's head. You see that even with your children. Those who are the parents, or if you're a school teacher, daycare provider, you keep stalling those kids, you ain't gonna be able to get them to do nothing right. The nerve's gonna be all shocked and offset. And see, I can't, bro. I'm be honest. I'm the type of person I've learned how to. Oh, Sister Quay, it's so good to see you, Sister Q. Your nerves gonna be shot. I'm be honest. I was a little nervous little girl when I was little. I was nervous. My mother had a very strong, deep, masculine voice, and my father did too. He sound like my father sound like God. You know how they portray him in the movies when it is always a deep voice. So I had two parents that could speak in tenor. And my father could speak in baritone, with him being past 6 feet tall, muscular man. And my mama was a little short woman, just barely 5'1", but her voice sometimes it was just strong. And so I grew up hearing strong voices. And they were precise people. They didn't say much. Whatever the instruction was, it was that. So I got accustomed to strong voices. But what I didn't get accustomed to is highly negative, strong voices. That's not my upbringing. I got accustomed to and embrace strong voices with good direction. I got accustomed to strong voices and hearing from God himself with clarity, with preciseness, more importantly, with love. I never had to question whether or not my mother and my father loved me. I never had to question whether or not the deep voice I was hearing would lead me astray, would knowingly cause me harm, or would ever mock me, or would trick me, or would put me in harm's way. Never had to do that. So I'm not going to start now that I'm grown and on my own. And I pray that you all learn how to do the same. because it's so important. This is part of your health and wellness. This is what can motivate. Some of us, we're here and we're listening to too much. It's a lot out here. It's a lot on these social media platforms. It's a lot out here on your job. It's a lot out there, even in the churches and organizations. But I promise you, if you get to a place where you can meditate and pray, and you ask God to lead and guide you with the right voice, He will do just that. Oh, He answered those pretty quick. He answered those pretty quick. And by all means, when He do, don't go questioning. Tomorrow, are you sure, Lord? Are you sure, God, this way? You'll know, because it ain't going to lead you in no distressful place. It's not going to lead you away from doing anything that's unhealthy for yourself, and if you have a family, and for your family. It's not going to lead you from not taking care of being responsible for your own health and wellness. And if you have a family, it won't lead you to take away from the health and wellness of your family. It will not. This is the reason why I don't dibber-dabber in all these other philosophies in everybody else's life. Until you know what somebody is doing behind the closed doors on social media, don't tell you that. Say all people business. You ain't paying for their business. Tell you like my grandma say, say our folks' business. They should have an old song, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. And then the chorus part said, look what love that He put in your heart where there is faith. You need to clean it up. Be careful how you talk to me. Clean it up. You need to clean it up. Y'all, we got to clean up our minds, our spirit, and our bodies. That's the Trinity. That's the closest I can get to a Trinity right there. They all work together. That is your chakras. That is your chakras. And let me watch it, because I know somebody be quick to be honest. Oh, Dr. Shell, she down with the Illuminati. Get out of here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, I got to hit it on everything, because, boy, before you know it, they see you put that. Boy, triangle been here before the name Illuminati came up. See, I can't even say it right. I said Illuminati. This is a triangle. Get over it. Can I make a diamond too? In a circle? We can go to triangle too? Come on now, y'all. Y'all, I be getting a glimpse of what's been going on out here, and it's a bunch of nonsense. Fear has taken over the minds of our people. The young lady that was wanting to be suicidal, it was fear. It was fear that her body would not be healed. It was fear that took over, that made her feel misjudged, even though nobody was saying anything to her. It was fear of leaving here because her mother had left here. And so many family members had left here. Hey, Sister Sean. Y'all know I got called out. Because I see, look, when I say I study the mind. I listen to what other people say. The sound-minded and the crazy things. I listen, and I'm like, I gotta dismiss. Gotta fight. It's just a battle. I'm like, if I had a sword, I would be like the samurai, the original ones, just chopping away at all this nonsense. Yeah. At the end of the day, love conquers all. How you treat people is going to, and not just because they tune in to you, not just because you bought my products, which will lead me to the Moringa mental clarity. Y'all get you some in your life if you ain't got none. $20. I'm sending in. I still got a few in, and I have to get another shipment in soon. Cleanse the colon, y'all, before this other pandemic come up. I coined the saying pandemic. I noticed. I ain't hear nobody saying pandemic until I did, but it's all right. Hey, as long as you get the point. Now I call it the pandemonic. That's coming around again. Cleanse your colon with your colon purifier. You get 2 bags of these for $40, you all. 21 days I give you to put you on a cleanse and to help renourish your body. And I'm announce it now, but in order for you all to find out what all I have, I might decide to put it in the chat. Might, since I don't have thousands of people tuning in right now. But to be on the safe side, because my job as a protector, look, it's just in me, y'all. Mama Mia comes out quick, or as some of them call me, the Harry Tubman of health and wellness. God bless y'all heart. I'm protecting mine. So I'm not going to give y'all no pretty commercials. I can pay for that. But no, I want to keep my goods. And you call in or via text, Dr. Chef, what you got? This is, please say your name and who you are. So I know who you are. And then I tell you what I got this month for you. That's how that's going to work. So you got to learn. You got to learn how not to let the devil know everything that you got. But some people like playing with them. Or they just don't care. And that's all right. That's for them folks. For me and more, that's just like me opening up my door. And then you see everything I got in my house. I gave the tour one time, but it's because I knew I was going to be leaving that house. I knew I was going to be gone. I was going to show you how you don't get sick and we don't give up just because you in a big, nice, fancy home. And then if you got to transition out of it, you don't give up on life. You don't go lose your mind because you work so hard. And you have to give up on these things. These things are going to pass away. Just like we got the old saying, money comes, money goes. Yes, it does. We're the biggest consumers. We know that better than any other cultural people. But what I'm saying is that we have to remember that what is having money? What is having family? What is having anything if you don't take care of your health and your wellness? We still in Motivational Monday, y'all. And so I can get rid of some of these books, I will be throwing in another free copy of the cookbook. And I am working on my next one. On the back now, it has the consultation information, 1-800, and the website that you can call in to. So I will be giving away a free copy of that, just so you know. I was charging 10 for them. And thank you all for those of you all that sent in for the Cash App. I appreciate you all that has sent in. Every bit helps. It does. I am a giver, and I am starting to get comfortable with the fact that, yeah, God has shown me that no matter what, he's going to bless. He always takes care of it. There's a scripture says that you never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Well, I'm most definitely a seed. And God has not left me begging bread, and I'm so grateful for that. Man, I am. I'm one that is hard for me to pass down as you're coming through the downtown area. You see homeless people. And okay, there you go, y'all. There you go. I told you I'm allowing myself to have my emotions. Yep, I'm gonna have my feelings because that's what my heart. And it's hard. It's hard for me to see homeless people. And I remember being in a relationship one time when they tried to convince me that don't give no money to no homeless people because some of them, because they might go drink, they may go do this, they may go do that. And they don't even know then I was praying that I get out of it because I knew where their heart was then. Because they just kept on mentioning it. And I didn't like being blocked or someone trying to make me think twice about what my spirit was picking up that God told me to do. And so, because I've spoken now, I've counseled and coached enough to know that everybody have a story. Everybody that's homeless is not just homeless because they want to be. It's safe to say most people aren't. I think it's safe to say most people aren't. You have to be very closed-minded, and I'm not trying to attack anyone because maybe you just don't know. So now you know. We can't get to a place where you let your heart go hard. That's a clear sign when your heart is kind of going stony heart, or when you're thinking about how, well, I got to pay my bills, or they could do this. Well, stop thinking about what the other man or the other woman did. Oh, I know they collect up on a whole lot of money. I think something had happened when I saw a clip of someone showing that there was homeless college students, a couple of Caucasian brothers that was out there pretending like they were homeless, and that thing went viral. They were showing it all over, and they was collecting money, then get up and go dress and put on some clothes. But look at where they was at. They was at Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah, I watched it. They was all these different places, and then all of a sudden now they gave people an excuse to try to treat every homeless person that way, trying to look well until you go follow them home. Go follow them home then. Go ahead and wait on the side after you done gave your $1, your $5, your $10. Is that worth that much? I have to say that because it's something that's been on my heart for a long time. You don't want to trust them with your money, go buy them something. If they want to get an attitude, then that's between them and God. You did your part. You tried to help. So this is part of Mental Health and Wellness Motivational Monday, y'all, because you could be homeless. We could be out there on the street. Some of y'all probably done experienced it. So you know what I'm talking about. How important and how little that is to you, but how big and huge it is to helping somebody's mind. So I'll pass out a book. I'll pass out something to our people that are homeless. And I'll stop. I'll never forget. This was just about 2 years ago. Young man, he was, struggling with understanding that he was a young man versus a woman. And he just come in there just any kind of way. He was out in the middle of the street. And I looked at him and I said, young man, I'm going back to the mind, motivating the mind, y'all. I'm still on Motivational Monday. Don't get it twisted. He comes up there, he comes up real close up on the car, and I'm like, hey. I said, hey, brother, I'm just pulling up to the light. And I said, hey. Oh, sorry, miss. And he got a little tube top and little short little pants thing and muscular. You can see that he's a young man. And that he's all dolled up. And he's coming up there. So I said, wait a minute, honey. I said, first of all, make sure that grandmama came out. I said, make sure now when you come in there, always make yourself known before you get a couple of feet up to that car now, because look, I would hate to be somebody else and you get popped. That's where we at now, y'all. We in the show me state. So I had to give him a warning. But I said, now what you need, honey? I'm just trying to get a little bit of such. I said, look, he said, I just need a couple of dollars. I'm just trying to get something right here at the gas station just to get something to eat. I could tell in his eyes. Remember, I'm a certified counselor, drug counselor, so I could tell that he wasn't at his high. I could tell that. And I said, no, you're going to give him the money, but then on top of it, you're going to give him more than what he asked for, but then you're going to tell him exactly where to come, the center to come to, so you can counsel him. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give you more than what you just asked for. I said, but I'm also going to give you an address since you right up the street from it. I said, I want to see you Sunday. Come ask for Dr. Hill. And I said, and I want to see your face. I said, I got something else for you too. I said, and now don't get mad at me, y'all. Don't get mad. This is my A and B conversation. I'm gonna need for you just to see the vision. I said, but I want you come dressed with shirt and some pants on. Come dressed as who God made you. You hear me? And I looked at him, and his whole he said, yes, ma'am. I said, okay, I'll be looking to see you Sunday. Well, mind you, I done forgot all about it. I think that was on the Thursday. That young man did not forget. Before I know it, somebody's coming tapping me on my back and saying, Dr. Hill, is a young man out there wanting to speak to you. See, now mind you, he's homeless. And it's a lady too out there that want to speak to you. And I said, okay, did they leave a name? And they said, no, they didn't leave a name. I said, I said, give me a minute. I'll be out there. Now, mind you, we had security. So I go and walk out and look at that. And lo and behold, it was the young man. But guess who else it was? It was his mama too. Mama came, and I went, I hurried up, I grabbed a bag of fruit. And then I told them about the program that I had going on. And I handed him the fruit. And I said, so you remember to come, huh? He said, yes, ma'am. The young lady, I'm thinking she finna go off on me for telling her son to come dressed with some pants on, looking like a young man. I said, whatever you got. I said, it ain't even gotta be clean. I got you. Because we had clothes in the back that we can get to. Got him. I sent him back there to get some clothes. And I gave him some fruit. And she looked up at me, and I thought she was gonna go off because she just had that kind of look. She's a little bit old woman. She's smaller than me. And she looked at me and she said, I just want to shake your hand and say thank you so much for what you did for my son. She said, I can't remember the last time somebody gave me a fruit. Something good. Most of the time people give me trash. I said, ma'am, I said, you don't have to thank me. I said, you thank God. thank God. I said, no, I'm just glad to know you all made it here safely. I had the brothers to take and go and get them some things. Now, do I know where they are today? No. But when I'm saying, there's the scripture say that the day that you hear his voice, harden not your heart. Now, my test had been is that unfortunately at the time I was in a toxic situation where he want to talk me out of, and this done happened different situations. I'm just giving you one story that's true. Many times in my life, I just can't. I can't allow nothing negative, nothing. Nobody else ideology. Nobody else is what we call hang-ups. Nobody else is broken heart. Nobody else is lack of understanding people to stop me from doing and acting out in the heart. This is another scripture. I got another. Y'all just rolling because it's in me. It said, created in me a clean heart and renew a right spirit in me. That right there, meaning that there's something wrong with our heart, y'all. Because why else would you have to ask? Why else would it be created in me a clean heart? That means somewhere along the line, your heart is toxic. Your heart is dirty. Most of us come from toxic situations and families. Most. It's safe to say most. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Looking back on life, some of us didn't even realize it because you was a child. You didn't realize that was toxic. You didn't realize that was too negative. You didn't even realize that was abusive because everybody was getting beat just for nothing. Everybody was getting joned on and talked about, and self-esteem was being smashed. Everybody was being molested. Everybody was getting raped. Everybody, you look up, their daddy wasn't there. Everybody, mama cracked out. Come on now, am I talking to somebody? This is enough stuff to make your mind not be motivated when you have to look back over your life. And some of you have to look in the present. And my God, for those of us who can see into the future, I'm one of them. And I'm telling you now, the mind is a terrible, terrible thing to waste. And this is going to be my book, but it's also, more importantly, it's a terrible thing to put waste in. That's my saying, Dr. Shells. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. But more importantly, it's a terrible thing to put waste in. You all stick to your fruits. Stick to your alkaline foods. Stick to pray and meditate over. This is a ceremony for the cleansing and for the nourishment of your body, your mind, and your whole soul. Stop letting people put negative stuff in you. Stop being a trash can. I know, I've been there. I had to check my own self. Sometimes I had gone through something. I had somebody close or somebody that I could feel a connection with. And I too had to do the same thing. I had to say, wait a minute. Are you being a trash can? Are you being a trash? I had to check myself. Like, yeah, I am. Because what we say is in counseling, and my goodness, in psychology, it's good to vent. It's good to vent. But even a vent, but once you get cleansed, when are you going to stop venting? When are you going to get clean? When are your filter going to get changed? Think about it. You got to ask God to give you a clean filter in your mind. Renew a right spirit in you. This is a daily thing, y'all, because we got so much negativity, so much toxic, and it's at the click of our fingers now. This is the reason why I don't get down on our young folks so much and so much. Just not because I got young people, young children, but because I remember it. I was youth president in my church when I was growing up. I was vice youth president, and I mentored since the age of 15. And I noticed I've always had to hear their stories and what was going on. I was very protective over what we call the underdog. And that is how I wind up getting married the first time around. Gave me a sob story. I was a sucker for sob stories. If you're totally good enough, not no more. I've learned that the best thing that you can give most people today is a good word from God. The best thing you can do today is give them some good advice. The best thing you can do today is to be the light in the midst of darkness that they need to see. That's the best thing we can do. Not everybody is supposed to have access to your ear canals. Not everybody is supposed to have access to your vision. The brain is an absorption. It's like a sponge. We hear this all the time. It's a recorder. It will replay things back. But just like back in the day when we had to take a set, you had to rewind it back, or you would take and record something over it. And now today you can rewind something back. You can wipe it all the way out, and you can put something back. That's how you got to do with your mind today. So now after I got finished listening to all this other crazy stuff, now I'm going to touch on the music again. I don't even want to say some stuff I done heard on the radio. My God. Took all of the innocence and sacredness out of the whole soul. But then you got to replace it with a positive song. You got to replace it with a gospel. You got to replace it with a spiritual song. Yeah. You have to. You got to balance that thing, and you got to, sometimes you got to smother it. Oh my goodness, Dr. Chef, I fell off today. Girl, that hot dog looked so good. Hot digging the dog. What? A hot dog? Just look at the name itself, y'all. They got us with the name alone. Hot dog. It was my brother, they from Chi-Town. I know we used to tear up them Chi-Town dogs. Oh, they was juicy as a milk. Nothing like a Chi-Town dog. But I used to think, even as a child, I said, why do you call it a hot dog? Why it got to be a dog? Until I was ran across, I started seeing that they had the little wiener hot dog that looked like somebody just stretched the polar chihuahua out. Looked like somebody just stuck a whole stick up in that polar dog. I was like, wow. And then when I started getting educated on what's in the hot dog, I said, oh, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and me too. I'm like, at some point, we have to look. If you ain't got no common sense, take tune in, like, share, y'all, like, share. Keep tuning in. I promise you, I'm gonna give you some God-given common sense. Like, share it to, or either you can share it to somebody that needs it. That's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for. I'm not, like I said, I can't keep a mind that's not motivated to do that is good and that is right, because he gave me breath. Even when I said I wanted this breath to be gone because my daughter was gone. Even when I'm sitting there listening to the other sister that's sitting up there saying, I just want to kill myself because she wasn't healthy. She said, I know what you're talking about is right, but it's too hard. And I said, it's only hard because you just told yourself that. I looked her right in her face. I got close in her face. I got brain close in her face. And she looked like she's the type that she can knock you out too. So I was leaning in with love. And then I said, look at me. I just grabbed her hand. I said, no, baby. I said, I said, life and death lies in the tongue. I said, you just spoke that. And now your ears heard it because your mind thought it. And now you're going to try to live it. I said, now all you got to do now is speak life into yourself. Say the opposite and see how that make you feel. Before I know it, Most High blessed me and dealt with me. I said, take her out. Take her, go get her some healthy food. Take her and treat her like a child of God is what God led me to do with her yesterday. So that's how I spent my Sunday. Took her out. Treated her like, she was so happy. She's so happy in the food. She's like, oh my God. And look at what she said. She said, this food, oh, I could tell the difference between that fast food and this good healthy food. We had cabbage. Now, I'm telling you, now I did this for y'all because I was on my fruit. I don't want to hear no talking about, see, Dr. Chef was off for what you call again, but you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it because I got to tell the story. Now, this is about, with love and kindness, have I drawn thee. And so I said, I'm going to get you on the regiment. And the other elder said, I'm going to call her to check on you to see how you doing, sister. And then we turned around and I took her, we got her some cabbage. We got her a fruit salad. See, so I had to meet her where she was. Couldn't just give her a smoothie. I introduced her to some navy bean soup. And what else did we have? Oh, and some mixed melody vegetables that was flavored up real nice. You could tell lemon zest and everything was all up in it. And they had a little wheat little muffin thing on side. She just loved it. It was delicious to her. I said, now when I do eat cooked food, I said, this is how I eat. And she said, oh my God, I knew you were eating. I could tell you were eating. She said, I knew you were eating. Facebook, my apology. I'm going to try to get y'all back in there. I see y'all gone. I see it. I'm going to try to get y'all back in there. I know it be doing y'all wrong. She said, I said, yes. I said, now remember. I said, that same mind that you had earlier. I said, now remember how good you just said this tastes to you. Remember how good this made you feel. And I said, and I want you to lock it into your head. And I said, and the next time I call you for your consultation, I said, this is what we're going to remember. The good that God has given us that we can partake in. That's good for your health. It's good for your mind. I said, and then we're going to be talking a lot of positive affirmations, a lot of positive things, because you've been through a lot. It sounds like all your life, and you've been misdiagnosed. Death had been spoken over her life since she was a little girl. So now that she become an older young lady, a more mature, or let me say, y'all, I got a new saying now, y'all, so y'all get ready to corner. I know it's going to start flying around everywhere now. Hopefully they don't beat me from writing the book. It's not an age, it's a stage. They took the ST. They took the ST off of age, y'all. It's a stage. She was at a different stage in her life. And so that it haunted her. People saying that she would be suicidal, she would be a killer. Just because in her little spirit, she was always able to pick up on mean spirit and evil spirit of people. So wasn't nothing wrong with the child. She just needed to be fed healthy, and she needed a lot of love and a lot of affirmation, a lot of encouragement. That's what she needed. And that's what God places some of us here to do. You have to know that, and I think what happens is that some of us may get fretful and fearful about that. And then some of us may get outright selfish. We think that just because we didn't have it, we say that because nobody do it for me, I'm not going to do it for nobody else. Well, I just want you all to keep that in mind sometimes. That think about it. That may be the person that may have to pump your gas for you. It may have to be the one that have to fill out an application for it. It may be the one that you may need something for in life. You never know how life goes and how you allow things to come full circle. I promise you, I've lived this life now long enough where I've seen it, where and people that God had brought before me, and I couldn't even remember until they made me to remember. My goodness. They said, you remember you did this for me? You remember? I remember you did this and you did that. I said, no, ma'am, I don't remember. Oh, okay. They had to refresh my memory because I made it such a practice, such a habit to just treat people right. Be good to people. I may have a couple of incidents on my count on one hand that I have in my life that I didn't like, and I still got that right. I apologize because I was misled, highly misled. But God allowed the truth to come out so I can get it right. And so anytime you're trying to get something right and you're trying to correct the wrong, that means sometimes you're going to have to let something go. No matter how good it may seem to you. No matter how bad it may be to you. So in life, I'm telling you all, you guys got to stay motivated. Motivation, the word motivation, the base word is move. Move, get out the way, get out. That's what you gotta tell the devil. Move something and get out the way. Get out my way so I can be healthy. Get out my way so that I can get to that next spiritual level that I need to be in, so that I'm not thinking stinking, so that I'm not feeling like I'm like I don't want to live the next day. Get your fruits and it's a happy thing. Have you ever just ate on grapes? Tell me, y'all. Talk to me. Have you ever ate on grapes and fruits and was crying at the same time eating fruits? Oh no, something just popped in my head to tell me to ask the question. Have y'all ever ate even some of y'all that was on y'all dairy, your ice cream? Have you ever? Well, no, because that can bring down the don't be. So don't answer that about the ice cream. I just thought about it because even I done cried eating ice cream before. That toxic milk became a comforter. But how many of y'all ever ate fruit and just was just crying while eating fruit? Just think about it. Just think about it for a second. Tell the truth. Say yes, no, yep. No, I don't know nobody that eat fruit and be crying at the same time. Babies, I think sometimes they can do that, but I've never seen an adult eat something fruit and healthy. If anything, your stomach literally, since your emotions is tied, is the cells and the nervous system is all within the abdominal area anyway. If anything, most of us cannot eat. It shuts down. The appetite is suppressed at that time if you're stressing and you're too down and out or you're too sad. That is the way God made us, y'all. And so for us to try to go against the grain and then you wonder why you get sick or someone try to force you to eat something and you don't want to. You ever been? Now I haven't experienced this, but you ever been on a date? I've heard young ladies tell me, you ever been on a date and then you didn't like something that young man said, and you lost your appetite. That's how you know that your emotions is in your stomach. Y'all heard me. Somebody said, "Hey, there, I think it's good to see you." Yes, yes. Thank you, Sister Day. Yeah. Have you ever? That's how you know that what you think and the spirits that come at you that you deem negative have a natural effect on your abdominal. Listen to it. It is what we call your silent voice. Some people call it the Holy Spirit. Some people call it your sixth sense. Y'all call it all. You call it what you want, but you better not call. You better not allow yourself to be constantly trying to override that, because you're gonna find yourself in a heap of world of trouble. You're gonna find yourself sick at some point. Now I don't know why I noticed that the YouTube is seeing a little blurry and I'm knowing look a little sticky. Is it showing you all without glitching? Because on my end it looks like it could be possibly glitching some. Is it showing okay? Y'all talk to me. Let me know. Somebody. Because on my end it looks like it's kind of freezing up a little bit. Nevertheless, and I'm so sorry for y'all Facebook. I've been trying, but now I'm gonna have to give my Instagram people a chance too, because it's good, but it got a little darker. Yes, I noticed that. So you did see that on your end. I don't know what that was about. Maybe because the sunlight here, it got a little gloomy there. So we're gonna get some rain because we got some dry heat out here in St. Louis today. It was hot. I called myself getting ready to throw on one of my little throw little sweaters, the long little flare out one, and before I know it, I was sweating. My pores just opened up. I mean, if the lemons could have got hot, y'all seen the lemon? I give the holler out to Sister Shalisa here in St. Louis, a little designer, so she talked me into it. I went to an alopecia fashion show, y'all, and man, when I tell you them ladies, they did their thing. I'm going to be showcasing them just for the record. It's Motivational Monday. You know what? Some of them got some really beautiful testimonies, and they, like I said early on, they treated me with so much. Oh my goodness, they treated me so good. I wanted to cry, and I was like, it's not that I had never been treated nice, but their energy from them sisters, and they were at a different stage and more mature in many ways than I was. And so it was like my mother had just said, I could hear a prayer saying, cap around these mothers, these queens around my baby, and take care of my baby. And I promise you, I felt it when I went into that boutique. And so when wound up talking me into getting the lemon, she said, this would be really convenient. See if y'all, and this little shiny, I don't normally do a lot of shiny stuff. It has to be a special occasion, but I couldn't help because they're lemon. Y'all get your lemon water. That's one from the Gulf. For those of y'all that don't have leaky gut syndrome and your colon or thin walls, or that's not too acidic, get your lemons. That's why I wore them for Motivational Monday. That's all I had in mind. I said I'm gonna get them. They didn't cost much. They were only like $5. So she got really, really good deals. And I promise you, I say I need to get some more fruit earrings now here. Now, and it's something to me because I know y'all think it's just earrings, like just earrings. No, I went 35 years and I wear no jewelry at all except for a watch and a brooch because that's the type of upbringing that I had. Well, we didn't wear no makeup, we didn't wear no jewelry. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, that was a big thing to me. I was like, oh, look at that. And little lemons. So, Sister Shalisa, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And the ladies the sisters, girls, and I'm going to wind up going on Facebook Live with them to give their business a shout out. Wellness Wednesday is what I want to do. I want to tune in, but I'll let you all know at noon on Wellness Wednesday if I'm able to do that. That's how I want to do that. I think the 6th is coming up, so one of these I do got to make a visit to my son for his birthday. I got to go see my son for his birthday on the 6th, y'all. What day does the 6th fall on? Somebody help me out on the calendar. It falls on the 6th. Let me see. Is that a Wednesday? I had it at one point, but Wednesday. That is a Wednesday. So I'm supposed to be gone Wednesday. I got a call today to verify at noon. So if that be the case, then that means he's a couple hours away. So Tuesday, Thursday, see Tuesday, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, okay. So that's not bad. So that means Wednesday, y'all, 9 to 10, I'll be tuning in at 9 o'clock, or either I'll do an afternoon between 4 and 5, somewhere around there, because I got to go see my son. Mama Mia got to show up. Mama Mia got to show up for my only oldest, my firstborn son. He has my heart, and y'all keep him in prayers because adversary want to get after my son, but he can't have him. He can't have him. Y'all know how it is. He can't have him. I ain't worried about nothing. He has my determination. He has my heart too. And God, look, I say all praises be to God. God gets all the glory for everything he's done. Thank you all so much. Okay, y'all, I'm opening up for little questionnaires there for y'all. I know I've been in for a little bit. And when I get off here, I got consultations to do, and I have delivery to send out. Thank you all. For those you all, please call back in for your free consultation. For those who have ordered, note that I will be showcasing. I got maybe about a week or two before I can get in the other products. You all call in advance at the 6 or via text at the 618-388-8100 number for all the different lines of products that I'm getting ready to come up with that you all are going to need if you don't already have them. And then for those who all that want to do something for your own family or want to gift, then that's great. All of the proceeds. Oh, just for the record, this is the 1st of September. I will be having Najee's foundation started up. I'm trying to get to a place where I get up a certain amount of funds. And yes, it will be over 5,000, so I can start to helping other mothers that's going to need to have children with developmental delays, children with autism, children that suffer from epilepsy. A lot of them are on fixed incomes. You don't realize it, and a lot of them can't work. It's a very tedious thing to get the proper help. Someone that your child can be safe with. And so I'll be doing that for young adults and children to help out with them to get started on natural, on anything that's natural and healthy. I want to give away socks. I want to just do a whole lot. And I don't, yes, I can get grants for that. I will be looking into it for that. But of course, having something on my own where I can get started on my own is what I prefer to do. I do have a something to start. I've started with a grant already. And thank you so much, Sister Cherry. Had been a great blessing to me. She started me off last year with Najee's Foundation, which it would be Najee's Angel Foundation, because I want to be able to send things in her name to those mothers to help them out. They will also be getting a few minutes free consultations as well, so that they can know how to better feed themselves and their families, to kind of take away a lot of that extra stress that it takes to have a special needs child or young adult. And then that's not just for mothers and fathers, it's for whoever is taking care. So if you're a grandma, if you're an auntie, or uncle, big brother, big sister, and you can prove, whether it be through picture, via text, whatever, and do at least one good reference, then that means that I would be willing to help get you all started in the right direction for health and wellness. So spread the word. I will be putting that information out there. I think I'm going to aim for September the 17th on her birthday to put down the different things that I desire. And anyone else is out there that you all know that work with any foundations, any grants departments, anything, then please call in 618-388-8100 or via text and let me know. Or you can email me at www.drchefhealthandwellness@gmail.com. Or you can, I also have another email, drchef247 at outlook.com too, that you all can give me information. I'll be making the announcement more and more. I'm be honest, because I don't like asking for much at all. And God's always been gracious and good for me. It was a nerve-wracking thing for me to do, not because I didn't think that anybody would give or cash app or send anything, but it was because I got burnt out with it. I got burnt out with the asking for things a year or so ago. I just, because I've just been used to giving to foundations and giving to others. I like the giving part. But it took a good God sister of mine that's at a younger, different stage to me, and she told me, she said, Felicia Ann, she said, sis, how you gonna give so much if you never receive? And it was because she was trying to give me something, and I was saying, no, it's okay. And because I just adored her so much, and I was just so happy for the good job that she's doing. I'm gonna give her a shout out. Her name Danielle Clemens, First Lady Danielle Clemens, and that stuck in me. That stuck with me. That was years ago. She said that to me, and I was like, you know what? I never thought about it like that. That's just how much I liked it to give. That I never really thought about that. In order to have something to give, you have to receive something first. You have to be given something. And I think I didn't think about it because I've always worked. I've worked since 13, and being the oldest, always had to clean up, always to work. I've always worked. And some would say, well, she's a workaholic. I remember being young, like my daughters, them 2 jobs, going to church, going to college, it was always work. And so the only thing that came in my mind was, well, if I work, then I have, and then I give. Not that somebody can out the blue, and the scripture does say it says you have not because you ask not. And so ask not. It didn't say beg. It said ask. You have not because you ask not. And so I believe in that. I've seen that work for some of us, but I just refuse to beg. They're not because of pride, but just because it's not necessary. It's just not necessary to beg when you can work or do something else to get certain things done. I believe in that. I believe that the begging spirit, when people are in position and they have what they need, a lot of times, a lot of the begging, from what I've seen, comes from a mismanagement of funds. I know what I'm talking about. And so when I see a lot of people doing that, I often want to know, what did you do with your finances? If you're in this position where you have business and you have money coming in, but yeah, you're constantly before us begging, then see. So I think about all those type of things, and I think about it from the standpoint of what God wants us to do. He said, "Be good, be a good steward over their finances." And I know it's something, especially in our culture, that we've lacked, because a lot of us wasn't taught finances and how to manage money, and we surely wasn't taught to save. But come on, y'all, we at a different stage and age in life now. We know better than that now. We can't make excuses. We just had to, that's part of the same thing that we have to do when you're learning how to be more moderate with overeating and not gluttony and not taking too much medications and drugs and all this. It's the same way with your money. We have to do that. And I can say that because all my life I never was the one that was quick to go run and go shop. I was quick to want to think about, what do I owe? I also believed in the scripture that you owe no man nothing but love. And to this day, I am thankful to say that there's nobody that can tune in to my channel and be telling the truth and say that I owe them nothing, not a dime. And that's not me boasting. That's me stating the facts, the truth. And it's because I asked God, and you can do the same. Ask God, Lord, let me be free in my mind of knowing that I owe no man nothing. So that when it's time for me to ask for something, they be willing to give me something, and know and be able to trust that I'm going to put it right where it's supposed to be. And that's what leads me to give a good shout out to Sister Cherry. You all, Sister Cherry, whenever you all see her on there, she's a financial advisor. That woman has wisdom out of this world. I have other financial advisors, but I promise you, the fact that she was able to pick up that on me, it had did my heart well, because I was like, wow, she hadn't known me for no long time to invest anything in me. But because she had a discerning spirit, she knew. And then turned around, and she didn't just be a blessing one time, she was a blessing several times. And I'm like, wow. And to the point to where, I'm be honest, I got nervous. Y'all. That's how much I'm just used to being the one who give. And I was like, I got nervous. I said, I don't know what to say, what to do. She's continually being a blessing. And I was like, I'm honest. Then now this is the part, y'all, that I don't master. I don't master this part. Health and wellness, yeah, I'm on that. Cooking, yeah, I'm on that. Motivating, yeah, I'm on that. But being able to constantly receive, I know. And it's not a special occasion. I'm like, I said, bless her heart. I found someone. God is sending me people that have a giving heart. And I was like, all I want to do is just do right by it. And that's what he blessed me to be able to do. And so a lot of y'all to know, I want to say a special thanks, since this is not Jay's, this would have been not Jay's birthday month. Another thanks to those of you all that sent in funds during the funeral time, because of her been having her condition from prior to. No insurance would cover my daughter, because she had the epilepsy, was diagnosed with the epilepsy and developmental delays years ago. I tried my best to get insurance and keep it for her, and they would not allow me. I could get insurance on the other children, but I could not get any, and on myself, but they would not approve me to pay. And it didn't matter that she had been healed and that she was doing better. It didn't matter that she hadn't been in and out the hospital for nothing for years. They just saw that in the system. And this is one of the reasons, y'all. Let me just go here for you. Because you got to understand the people's whys. Knowing their whys is the reason why, part of the reason why I got coined the Harriet Tubman of health and wellness, is because I'm very protective. When I went through that myself, as you can imagine, as a mother, I'm thinking if anything happened to her, or if she fall the wrong way, if this and if she passed, I'm just thinking it in even early on, before 24 years of life, she could have had left here for any type of freak accident, especially when she was having up to 100 seizures a day. I was like, wow. If when I go and apply for this insurance, they won't even let me pay up this insurance, then because of what's in the old records from childhood, I said, how many more people is going through this? And of course, I wind up taking some insurance courses, as you know, and I have friends and family members that are insurance agents, and they say it happens all the time. And so I vowed to myself when I start my practice, when I start my clinic, I'm not going to put all of my clients' information out there. The privacy part is vital to me. This is the reason why I couldn't do it. I had to do it the unorthodox way because I know how it blocked me. And I found out how it blocked others from being able to get life insurance policies. That's important if you want to leave something for your family, or so that you don't have to be so stickler with having to save. How many people easily save up $10,000, $5,000? Not many. Most of us can't afford to do that. And then especially if you have other family and children, and then other crises is coming up. Come on, y'all, let's be realistic. So that meant something to me that you all poured in and was supportive the way you were. But then here it was, because of other things were done, and I wasn't in full control over that part of it. Unfortunately, I didn't get her tombstone. And so I had to get to a place where now I had to wait almost a year to get it, because that was in the midst of still COVID. They said they were behind. It could easily take up to 6 months just for me to get a tombstone for my daughter. And so I said, wow. Same thing happened for my mom. It'll be up to 6 to 9 months wait for a tombstone. I said, oh God. I said, okay. That may not matter to some people, but for me, it mattered. For me, it mattered. And so I said, Father, you're gonna set it up to where I'm able to do that. And so all praises be to God. A little bit was given to where I could put something towards it. But then that also opened up the door for me to want to do something else, y'all. I wanted to be able to help others that fall into that bracket. That if you're willing to give to help people with their burial, then I'm going to pair up with some of my people that work in the funeral business to be able to help support and give towards that too, because that's stressful. That's another form of stress. Wanting your loved one to have a proper 100% proper burial, or some people like to visit to just to pay their respects. Some people have burial plots. They want their whole family ready. Somebody say, oh, that's not supposed to be no big deal. You dead, you done. All the scriptures teach about whatever. That's not the case for mostly everyone. Y'all, let's have a heart. And so I'm saying all this to say that, yes, this made me want to most definitely, I was thinking about it prior to her passing. And then now that it has happened, I wanted to be able to help other families to be able to do that. So this is the reason why come the middle of this week, I also will be taking in donations. My Cash App information is Dr. Chef Felicia F. and Jordan still. I'm going to put it down there for anyone that wants to get started to be able to give, and just put on there for Nija's Foundation. And I will at least once a month, or probably even once a week, I'll let you know what the goals is for those you all who give. I'm not going to put all our business out there if you're not a giver. That's just not, I'm not led to do that. I'm just not led to do that. And so for those you all that participate in the giving process, I will update you on where we are for the goal. Because sometimes I found out too, when people see what all you've been given, sometimes the spirit of jealousy kicks in, and then they turn around and they talk against that, and that's not good. But once again, if you hadn't put it out there, they wouldn't have nothing to talk about. Some wisdom, y'all. We learn wisdom as we go. We learn as we go. I tell people often, all the time, even though I have much to say about certain particular things, the mind, health, and wellness, how we supposed to treat one another, what you shall eat and drink. At the end of the day, I say I'm a student of life. I learn something every day. But more importantly, we learn from the tests that we go through in life. You learn through trial and error. Our prayer is that we don't have too many of those, and that you can mostly learn through seeing and mostly learn through hearing. But since we are known for being a hard-headed group of people, or people that just don't pay attention to some of the most important things in life. A lot of times, unfortunately, we have to learn by error. Unfortunately, that's the case. And I think I see now why my light had dimmed. My thing had dimmed because I needed to charge up. Okay, there we go, y'all. I had to charge that up. Okay, so once again, we're gonna a reminder that we have a reminder that we have. Let me put the Cash App info in there before we leave out. If there's any questions, any sayings, I'm done, y'all. I am done. I got a consultation that I have to get on. What time is it? Yeah, I got about 30 minutes. I'm going to put in the Cash App for those who want to give. Anyone else want to give, then just text the number, the 618-388-8100 number, and then I may try to see if I can put the P.O. box. So I'm going to type in here, y'all, while you all are, if you got anything to say or any questions to ask, I'm open. I felt the need to say that anybody got any kind of question, ask it, because I really don't have none. If I feel like it's something that shouldn't be an answer to, then I'll plead the fifth and I'll say another time. It's just that simple. Not nothing trivial. I don't believe that there's any, I'm going to say it again. I don't believe that there's any stupid or dumb questions. If you don't know, you don't know. Satan wants us to be lacking with knowledge or with information. Satan wants us to be confused. I realize that we are people that have suffered with a lot of mental illnesses. You can't do this and not realize that. You're not talking to a lot of well people, unfortunately. They're not talking all the time to someone that's comprehending. And then when we're talking about being on social media, there's so many different distractions. Child could have came in. Somebody could have phone called you. The text, an important text that came through. Some of you might be at work. You got distracted from a coworker. See, I think about all those type of things. That's why I say the mind is a terrible thing to waste, y'all. Don't ever be one track mind. Always ask God to expand your mind so that you can be able to relate and understand the people that you're talking to, the people that you are around. That matters. Why else are you talking to? That matters. Y'all, it's a learning. It's a learning way for a lot of us, and that's all right. It's all right. I just know it's my job to make sure that I'm not caught up acting deaf, dumb, and stupid, acting like that this is supposed to be easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. I'm going to put in my P.O. box for anyone who wants to send check, money orders. You can in my P.O. box info. I think I got that in there. Did I do that right? Oh, no, it didn't let me do that right. All right. Thank you, Sis Cars. I love those yellow hearts. I love them. How you been? Y'all talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. And anybody got any topics too? Let me say that while I have you all. Anyone got any topics that you want me to speak on or questions? I am open for that for sure. Because you know me, I got a lot going on. I'm sure those you all that's tuned in, y'all done figured out now. Now Shell got some stuff she could say. She got some stuff she could talk about. Or what was it, the Mama Cherry here? Which products are you selling now? It is the Moringa is what I'm selling. This is good for inflammation. A lot of people take it too for tumors. It's antifungal. So if you have itchy feet, you got any other fungal areas, some things going on in the private areas there, the hair is fungus. Fungus can grow into any part of the body, the gut. It's excellent for vision. It helps to promote hair growth stimulation, reduce wrinkles and aging, y'all. All right, it's a good antioxidant. I love putting it in the food because, and in smoothie, it just purifies everything. I've noticed that. If you get a good organic grade of it, you're supposed to notice how pure it is. It's known for normalizing blood sugar. So if you got the blood sugar issues, that's the issue. Yes, absolutely. Moringa is safe for children. Yes, it is. The 1 teaspoon, I would recommend that you put that inside there. one teaspoon. You can put it in a smoothie. You can add it into the dish, whatever you're cooking for them that's healthy. It just purifies everything. I can't sing the high praise. And you can make a tea out of it. Some people mix a little lemon, a little honey with it. Of course, they'll just make it cleanse the system more. Me, I just take it, I steep it in my tea steeper is somewhere up in there. And I just put 1 tablespoon in there and I put it in hot water for about 10 minutes. Let it sit, let it soak. And then I just sip away. But I also was, as you all see in the beginning of the summer, if you go back to some of the videos I got, I was putting inside of my watermelon. I was blending up chopping up real watermelon, which you still can do that because it's still watermelons are still in season. And I was just putting a teaspoon in that and blending up. Oh, delicious, 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 delicious. And I also was putting in my mango too. I wasn't playing on it. I was getting it in, as y'all say. I was getting it in. I was, and I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling good, good. And the moment I stopped, honey, when I tell you, when I stopped, I was able to tell the difference. I was able to tell the difference. What did this do to me? I didn't ask for that. I did not ask for that. This thing just flipped up on me, y'all. I don't know what my thing. Can y'all see me? This thing just did something. I don't even know what it just did. Interesting. I don't know what happened, y'all. I'm about to click out of here. I don't know what it's done. Oh, I'm back. Hey, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, I thought I was screaming. I thought that thing knocked me up out of there. Okay, y'all. I'm putting a P.O. box in there for anyone that want to send checks for money orders. Make sure, yeah, I don't know what it is. Y'all pray for me. James Brown just pops up from time to time. I ain't gonna lie. Tell off on the adversary and put him shame. But James Brown it just come out. Dun, dun. Get up off of that. And I say, yeah, okay, I know I got a couple of pastors gonna tune in like, Sister Felicia, you something else. I'm like, but I'm the truth though. Y'all ain't finna get me caught up in that hypocrisy. Y'all ain't gonna get me caught up in that hypocrisy. The main ones holler. I'm finna bust y'all out. Not y'all, but the one whoever tuned on me. I'm finna bust y'all. Y'all know good well that you sit there and James Brown come on and you just, I'm holy. God's good all the time, and all the time, God is good. Whatever. You get back home up in the mirror, all up in the kitchen. Ow! Get down. Okay. All right. I'm back to my conservatism. Okay, yeah. All right. I don't know how to be nobody else but me. So it is what it is. He don't like it and said she done just bust out on. She ain't seen no Mahalia Jackson. She could have did Kurt Franklin. She could have did anything else. But she said, James Brown, Lord, help the sister. Lord, help her. Help her, Lord. Yeah, help me. Yeah, go ahead. That's the right thing to say. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you can't say you're going to take my joy. They used to have a little song that say, my mama now and my there you go, y'all, with the mama now. And my godmother said, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. He's going, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Can't take it away. Can't take it away. Can't take it away. And they just be getting down, y'all. They be getting down. And I'm like, hey, see, that's what I grew up on. I don't know about y'all. See, I appreciate all of it. All of it that raises a good spirit, that have your spirit right. I'm for it. Don't give me all of it. Give me all of it. I want all of it because we're living in the time, and y'all already know. Any guy said we living in a day and time where the goal is to stress everybody out and how everybody thinking about things like everybody all messed up in the head, and I just can't. I can't subscribe to that. I can't. I cannot to subscribe to it. I don't care what you done gone through. Lost a loved one, mama, sister, brother, cousin, divorce. I said again, divorce. I said again, broken, I lost a job, whatever it's been. I lost my house. I lost my car. Whatever it is, you're alive for a reason. It's a saying that life is what you make it, and it's true. It's true. I think that a lot of times we just don't want to make it. We sometimes it's beneficial to some people to throw a pity party all day long. Well, that's not healthy, y'all. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. I'm gonna tell you now, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. I'm here to encourage you not to do that. I'm here to motivate you. There you go. I finally got that PO box in there. PO Box 410120, St. Louis, Missouri 63141. For those who all that want to help donate towards giving to Nija's Angel Foundation, I'm going to start that, and I want to be able to help out the moms. You all send them on my way. Give me a call. I talk to them sometimes just randomly in the grocery stores and everything. The babies, they just draw to me. And now it's even a more sentimental thing for me. Or if you know anyone that works in the foundation together and they want me to promote theirs and you all give in that way, I'm open for whatever. I'm open as long as the funds. Note that, hear ye, hear ye. Let me go back in the Caesar day. Hear ye, hear ye. Just don't send me nobody that we got to question where the money going. Mama don't play that. I don't play that. It's not going back into the products. It's not doing that. That's separate. It's not going to put a roof over my head. That's separate. It's not going. No, it's going to the foundation to help the people. And then I'll have them to text in and show in the information and the thank yous and all that. I don't mind showing proof of that. I'm not just going to show you a piece of paper because anybody can print up a piece of paper. I want to show you people and the lives that is touching. That's what I want. And everybody that know me, you can call back here in St. Louis, Illinois, and say, what you know about Dr. Shelf? What you know about Felicia Ann Hill or Felicia Ann Jordan? And they going to tell you, no, she the real deal when it comes down to her talking about helping somebody. If she say she going to do it, she going to do it. If she say she knows she's a giver. See, I have much confidence in that area. I has not a selfish bone in my body. And God made me that way. Then now, if anything, I learned how to do that with wisdom, not to allow myself. I'm still day by day learning not to allow nobody to take advantage of me in those areas. And I'm getting better and better at it every day. I have to put that out there, y'all, because there's a lot out here. Do I order the products by phone or online? You do it by phone, Danielle. I don't have my products online. I know that would be convenient. You tell I'm not in it just for the money, because I would put it online, but God ain't told me to put everything online. They ain't told me to do that. I've seen where that gets us. It would be more convenient and easier just to pay by card. Maybe later I will, but as of right now, that's Sister Cherry. Yeah, she's still there. I thought she was gone. Yeah, Sister Cherry, I told you, hey, you praying for me. I know all y'all is. I know Candy praying for me. I know Sister Quaz. I know Sister Sandra. I know Sister Thomas. I know all y'all praying for me. I feel it. Oh, y'all wondering what Dr. Shelf up to? Well, this is what I'm up to. I have to. I keep saying it because it's true. I have to. I've been made for this, y'all. Clearly, I didn't even know I was made for it. I just seen my mother be an encouragement to people, my grandmother for years since her life, and my aunties, and I seen them do it, and I was like, man, mind you, I grew up seeing some of the stuff that they gone through, And I was thinking even then as a young girl, I'm like, oh my God, that's too much. That's so how can they still preach about God and do this and do that? I was thinking in my head. I'm like, because the door was just revolving. It was just always somebody. And I'm thinking as a child, they said when I was a child, I think as a child, I was thinking as a child, like, that's a lot. Like, wow. I remember women coming to the door that were reaping with alcohol because they suffered with alcoholism, just got beat up, black, blue, and purple. And before I know it, they crying on my mama. I'm not telling y'all nowhere seen. And crying on my mama, and she praying for them and giving them, fixing them up, getting them clothes on them, and taking good old care of them. And I'm like, man, ma, as a child, I'm thinking, oh, I feel sorry for her, but woo, that woman's got an odor on her. I was thinking that as a child. And I'm thinking, man, how did she do that? But I also remember as time went by, I started wondering, is this person gonna ever change? Is what my grandmama doing, are they gonna get better? And I can honestly say, I watched them get better, y'all. I watched people be healed just from them being taken care of, just for them helping them out. Yeah, a lot of times they would take them to church. But at the same time, I watched them do it without it being an audience. I watched them do it. And so that's why y'all hear me say I can't take no credit for it. I'm just doing it in more of a health and wellness and a motivational, inspirational way. And they even did that too. My mother, she was online before she left here saying her prayers like a little old Mama May, old Mary Magdalene. Just saying a prayer and talking, doing little short talks. I wish I could have it where I could put that in there. I guess I'll learn how to do it. I put it in there and y'all can see her on there. And she getting the good old words. She would be talking about relationship and everything. And mind you, I did not find this out until my mother passed. I did not know that she got herself up on there talking all that good old stuff. Willie Ann Stokes. I think her page is still up if you all want to look it up. And she be on there. The only thing I didn't like is when she would fall off and be talking about and showing some plates of some food that wasn't as healthy. I love you, Mama. So I just want to say, I'm just thankful for you all. I'm just really thankful, and we love you, Dr. Sarah. I love you too. You know I love you, and that beautiful voice you got. And look, I love the beautiful voice. I mean, this is therapeutic, you all. I'm gonna be honest. I'm being a little selfish. I might be doing being a whole lot selfish. I'm gonna tell you how. I'm gonna tell you how in a little bit. Hold on now, y'all. Don't go around. I'm gonna tell you how I'm being selfish. Drum roll. Because I like seeing people happy. I love seeing people motivated. That does me good. That makes my whole heart, feel great. That puts a smile on my face. It puts a pep in my step to know that I've encouraged somebody to do good, to think in a more healthier way, to treat somebody else better than what the next person did. That's selfish to me, ain't it? That's my selfishness. That's as far as it goes. It don't go nowhere else. Or when I get ready to eat on me some watermelon, I can't share it with y'all through the thing. But y'all ain't sharing y'all snizzing with me. So, hey, you gotta nourish your body. You gotta get yours. I gotta get mine. You gotta get yours. I gotta get mine. You gotta get yours. I ain't stop, y'all. Yeah, it's a selfish, but it's a good selfish. So no, that's all I got. That's all I got, y'all. I was like, I'll be gone. I'll be going on and on because I'm just happy to see another day. People used to always ask me all the time. I've gotten it for years, even when my children were little and I was in and out of the hospitals trying to figure out what they're trying to diagnose my daughter with. And I had this spirit, this joy then, and that word, them songs going through my head then. And I never forget, I had a young lady that now, well, we just so close. She's a good sister of mine. I love her dearly. And they asked, they say, they just want to know because they saw when I had all of the babies in my arms and just carrying them all. And at the time, I didn't really have that much help. I wasn't allowed to have no help. And I'm going to leave that right there. And I'm just struggling, one on this arm, one on the other, one in the hand, and one down there, and I'm just struggling. Yeah, and they see me still greet and be happy and smiling. And the sister finally said, "We want to know why you so happy. We know what Najee, what you're going through with Najee. We see what you're going through in your relationship. Why are you so happy?" And even then, and I wasn't on my 100%. I wasn't as healthy as I am now. For us, I was cooking everything I need the sun except for the pork, and I didn't fry a lot of fish at the time. But I was right in the mix of getting to feel like some of you all are, of getting used to eating more fruits and vegetables and a whole lot more things that are healthy. And I looked at her and I just said, "Wow!" I was so surprised because, mind you, we had the same upbringing, and I'm thinking that And so she said, like, you always happy. And she said, "We can tell when you're tired." He said, "But we know you're always happy. Why are you so happy?" They said, "Me and the sisters was talking about it." And I'm like, "Oh, so now y'all talking about me now." And I said, "It's simple." I said, "This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. My relationship don't give it to me. Where I live don't give it to me. Not even what I eat give it to me. It helps that you don't eat nothing poisonous." But I said, it comes from God. That's that's my relationship with God. And I said, and you can have it too. I said, it's just that simple. I'm thankful for the little. And I'm thankful for much. I'm thankful because I didn't have to wake up. They say, you hear people say it all the time. Well, God didn't have to wake me up. I didn't have to wake up this morning. You didn't have to wake up this morning. Some people wish they didn't wake up this morning. But you did. I'm happy when I see life. I'm happy when I see a baby smiling. I'm happy when I can taste a piece of fruit that tastes sweet and good to my tongue, to my taste bud. I'm happy that I can walk. I'm happy that I can talk. I'm happy that I'm able to think with my right mind. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. And these are the things that we're supposed to be focusing on. Not on everything that you lost, not on everything that you failed at. At least if you fail at it, you get a chance to dust yourself off and try again. This is how I think on a regular basis. I'm going to put that in the book too. Sister Cherry, I hear you thinking now. Won't you write a motivational book? I will. But I got to get enough videotapes of this so I can remember what I said. Because when you're doing things out of the spirit, you don't remember everything that comes out. You only know it right in that moment. Somebody know what I'm talking about. When you're led by in that moment of the spirit, you don't remember everything that you're saying. You're like, I said that. Yeah, I said that. No, the spirit said that. And that mind was going. It was running on. What's in it was coming out. It brings me right back to the scripture where the scripture says, out of the abundance of the heart. Look at the term abundance of the heart. The mouth speak it. What is your mouth speaking that could be bringing death to your life? Or what is your mouth? What abundance in your heart is your mouth speaking that could give life to you? That's something that I want you all to think about this Motivational Monday. Start thinking about what you're saying that could be causing you not to be healthy. Start thinking about something that and replace it intentionally, even if you got to write it down. I don't care. You can be pouting too. And Dr. Shield said right there, thinking about this so corny, but you better write it down though. It works. It works. Y'all done seen my life unfold in the last couple of years on this internet. And now you've heard it from the horse's mouth or from the human's mouth that this is how I make it through. I pray. I meditate. Even when I don't get up and get down on my knees and pray, I'm praying in my mind. I'm very thankful. I get thankful about stuff. Even if I complain, I can't, my spirit don't even feel right complaining a lot. That's toxic. Always complaining about something. I had to get away from that. I cannot be around people that complain all the time. I cannot be around angry spirits all the time. That's toxic to me. I cannot be around things that are that sees life as something negative and bad. I cannot be around a lot of judgment. I cannot. I've learned that about myself. It's important that you learn that about yourself too. Some people can, and they can go on about their business. They say different strokes for different folks, but that's not the strokes for this folks. I can't do it. Some people, well, you weak then. Oh, well, the Bible said we're the weaker vessel, then oh, well, so let it be. I'm just saying. Don't forget, I will be giving you all a free copy of this. And in the back now, it does have, for those of y'all that may have it, that tune in, and those who don't, I will be giving you a free copy. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Yes, I was thinking to do a taste of Thanksgiving, St. Louis or Dr. Sheffield, and I may just probably not this year because I have speaking engagements that's coming up. I will be in Tennessee. God say the same the first week of October, so I won't be able to prep, and I got some other speaking engagements to attend. But we will. I have chefs. We will be getting together, and we will be having that as well. It will not just be me. I'll be presenting everything. And then back to the Moringa. It's $20 a pack for those who all that want to via text in. Say how much you need, and you can cash app me for the price of that. And then the colon purifier. We got 2 bags of the colon purifier. This equals up to, if you take it right, a 21-day amount for you. Or some, it may be a month because you might skip, depending on how much you feel like you need to cleanse out your colon. This is one of the best purifiers that I've ever came across in my life. No diarrhea from this. It absorbs. It helps to eliminate in a very natural way. It will let you know in enough time to be able to get to the restroom without having to feel like you're going to run off, like literally. And so we don't have to worry about that. The moringa can be made into tea form, where you put 1 tablespoon a day, or if you want to do once every other day, whatever suits your fancy. We just know that we don't have no horrible bad side effects. There are some that may have rare conditions. If so, you let me know, inbox me, or give me a via text call, and we can do a quick consultation. You do get a free consultation upon purchasing either one, because I want to make sure that even though sometimes instructions seem to be simple, I know sometimes in the midst of distractions or anxiety or anxiousness and nervousness, sometimes we forget the most simplest of the instructions on how to use something. So don't be afraid to call in or via text and say, Dr. Shell, I need some help. How did you say take this? I even got family members that's doing the same way, and they getting results, y'all. And they're saying, look, hey, I didn't even know I had all that in me. And it's quick, like you said that it was. And I'm losing the waist, and I'm feeling better. And I'm like, oh, hallelujah. Okay, so just keep taking it, and you all will see the results without no problem. Tell like, yes, I am. Yes, ma'am. All right, y'all. I'm out of here, y'all. I got a consultation I'm gonna be late for. I'm gonna have to make sure that I get it in. Look, I want to make sure that I gave y'all the time that you needed. I started at 12:30. Y'all can piece this up wherever you can. Whenever you have time to be able to watch, remember, like and share to anybody that you think that needs some encouragement. I love you all. And yes, Cash App. It's up inside. If you stroll down Sister Squash, you will see the Cash App is $ Dr. Chef, capital F and capital A, lowercase n, and then capital J for Jordan, JORDAN. That is my Cash App, and it's inside of the chat if you scroll down to see the chat. I love you all, and you all have a beautiful Motivational Monday. All right. I love you too. Y'all know I love you. I love those hearts. I love it.